Hello. Let me adjust this angle. My name is Melissa and I am founder of Wanna Date Spreads. And today, man, this is a long overdue video. I'm going to commentate on my Shark Tank pitch that happened I filmed it in June of 2019, but it aired in January of 2020. And then my life totally changed and flipped upside down. I closed the deal with Mark Cuban. Yes, actually closed the deal because so many of you ask all the time if we actually closed. We did. You could watch my other YouTube videos, I talk about it too. I've not watched my Shark Tank pitch in quite a while. I haven't seen the episode. I really wouldn't even watch Shark Tank for like a year after I went in the tank because I had such imposter syndrome and PTSD about it all. Then I got over it after 12 months. I was able to happily watch the show, rewatch my pitch and be like, cool, got through that period of my life. All is alive and well in my world and the date spread world. But I want to now, since it's been a hot second, watch my episode, my pitch, and give you guys some little commentation, little this happened, that happened behind the scenes, what really went down in the tank. So without further ado, let's do it. Okay, pulling up my episode right now. It's on YouTube. If you didn't know, you could go watch it.
Next into the tank is an entrepreneur's obsession turned into a business.
All right, here we go.
Hey Sharks, my name is Melissa Bartow. I'm from New York City and I'm seeking $100,000 for 20% of my company, Wanna Date.
I thought, and not just thought, but rightfully so, that was a very fair valuation of my business. I spent a long time Googling how to evaluate your company for investment, and based off of my sales, the potential, that was a more than fair offer going into ask. And I also, yes, wanted that deal. I wanted an offer. I wanted a shark as I went into the tank that day. Every intention of doing so. Back to the show.
I had my first date just 3 years ago during college. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of dates ever since. At least a few every day. Sometimes even more.
I know everyone at this point was thinking dating app. That was the point. Crafted that pitch strategically for good TV, and I think it turned out pretty well.
Sharks, I love dates so much that I created Wanna Date, a line of date-based spreads.
I was so nervous about knocking the stuff over when I pulled it off. When that pole on the stand started shaking, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shoot. Luckily nothing fell over because I wanted to be cool and aggressive with my blanket wipe, and I was just happy nothing fell over, honestly.
I'm natural, vegan, and get this, they're totally allergen free. You see, Sharks, dates are my absolute favorite fruit. These tasty little things satisfy all my cravings, power me through my workouts, keep me energized all day long.
Still do.
I love dates so much that I wanted to spread them on everything. And the best part is that my date spreads come in all your favorite flavors. Chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon, and let's not forget pumpkin spice. And at just 30 calories per serving. Wanna Date is the perfect go-to alternative for any nut butter or syrup out there. So, Sharks, no more cheating on your diets. What do you all say? Wanna date?
So I had that whole pitch memorized from start to finish. There's no cue cards, there's no screen you're reading off of. You have to memorize your pitch. I practiced it a million times, forwards, backwards, all night beforehand. So I felt good going into the tank. Nervous, yeah, but mostly there was so much adrenaline in my body that it was we're going. There's no stopping once you're in there. You film through to the end. There is no cuts, pauses, breaks, reshooting. You get one shot. So I think I did a pretty good job. I remember being yes, as soon as I finished the pitch, it's just a wave of relief because you're just holding that pitch in your body for weeks leading up to this. And I felt good about it. Back to the show.
Yep. We'd love to try. Yes, I know you can all use a little more love in your lives. So samples.
It's kind of funny. This part, it's 10 seconds long on TV, but it took me like a solid 2 minutes to roll that cart to every shark, put the tray out. So like obviously I was actually in the tank for 40 minutes total. A lot of things were cut out. Like if you think about it, how fast could I move that cart? It just came out of nowhere. It was hidden behind the whole display and the whole banner stand. Yeah, took a hot sec. I was stumbling, but they warned me going in. They're like, just so you know, like take your time doing your pitch, start to finish, just do what you gotta do. Everything will be cut as needed for television.
Thank you. That's a big tray of food.
Thank you.
Do you have just a natural date or they're all flavored?
All flavors.
Okay.
I didn't have original back then, which was a big hefty part of that conversation, but we do have original date spread. Cheers right now. I also made everything you see on those trays. Like they had a kitchen in the studio. No one for me. There's no chefs. Like I had to make my whole display. I had to blend those acai bowls, make those date butter and banana sandwiches, make that oatmeal. So like right before I went in the show, there's people literally like, hey, we need her in like 40 seconds. Like other pitch just wrapped. Like sharks are ready for the next. And they're like micing me as I'm like drizzling date butter on these bowls. And I'm like, let's roll. And yeah, it was so chaotic those seconds leading up. But I made everything on that tray. They're all amazing ways to eat date spread, to say the least. Really great. Back to the show.
That's enough food.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Enough food to last a lifetime.
Oh yeah. What is this, yogurt base?
That is an acai bowl with mixed berries on top and chocolate date spread drizzled. Next to that
Good.
is a bowl of overnight oats sweetened only with vanilla wanna date, a stack of pumpkin spice wanna date pancakes, and then the date butter and banana sandwich with cinnamon wanna date and a side of cinnamon.
Gotta try that.
bacon.
Cinnamon toast
It
bananas.
tastes so sweet. Are you sure it's only 30 calories per serving? Dates typically.
Well, it's actually 25 per serving. Back then, I just had terrible, like, I did my own nutrition paneling on like free software on the internet, and my recipe was kind of different back then. So it's now 25 per serving because I scaled production. The recipe got slightly adjusted in various percents here and there, and I had professional nutrition testing done. So to break to you all, the date spread's only 25 calories per tablespoon serving with the current recipe formula.
They have a lot of calories.
Yes, so if you think about it, most jams and jellies are actually 40 or 50. Nut butters are actually
Honestly, I'm just gonna stop it here because it goes on for like 5 more minutes. But basically, Barbara ended up insulting me. Watch the full thing, honestly. Go watch the full YouTube video of it. I'll link it in the captions here. Barbara ended up insulting me, saying that if your father pays your rent and supports you, I'm not gonna invest. And I was quite literally 1 month out of college, not even like 3 weeks. And I'd spent the last 4 months preparing for this, graduating, working a part-time job too. I worked a part-time job up until a year after this happened. Even when I walked out of the tank that day with a deal with Mark Cuban, I was working part-time at this like place called Avocadoria, which was actually on Shark Tank too. Funny story. Yeah, I had a real job until the day I knew it was gonna air, and all of a sudden I had to get all this stuff together and like literally eat, sleep, and breathe date spread for the next year to come after. Being on the show is like the most insane experience of my life. How did I get on it? Honestly, I think the day I launched my like really bad Squarespace website in 2018 October, I also went and applied for Shark Tank because like favorite show, obviously, like I want to go. 6 months after I did that, a producer randomly reaches out saying they saw my application, tell us more about your business, and I did that. It took like 4 months back and forth of due diligence, paperwork, audition tapes, pitch refining and practicing until I actually got to go. And like I said, I was there standing there saying all of this pitch in June of 2019, and it didn't air until January 2020, and I got a 3-week, maybe 2-week notice that it was going to air. So I spent like a whole summer and fall and holiday season just thinking I did this secret thing that nobody except my dad knows I did, and no one might ever know if it doesn't air. It's just the most mind-blowing experience. Honestly, this video, everything I just said only touches the surface of so much. So I'll do a Q&A maybe if you have more specific stuff, not repeating anything I just answered already. Also, please only ask questions I can answer. Like if you start asking me specific questions about my finances, I'm not going to tell you. But that's my Shark Tank story in a little nutshell and my pitch. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a supporter of Wanna Date Spreads. Oh, let's talk about that actually really quick. I was in the midst of launching Original while I was in the tank, and Mark asked in the tank, like, why not just an Original Date Spread? I was like, I got it coming. Like, I promise, just like wait like a month for me to launch it. So we do have it. If you want an Original Date Spread, yeah, that episode years ago, we have it. You can go buy it. Okay, now we end the video here. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Support your local entrepreneur and your health. Get some date spreads. Highly recommend vanilla. Current favorite. I go through like phases where I'm just eating one nonstop. It was chocolate like last week, and then I finished that jar. Opened this jar, and now I just can't get enough of vanilla. Where was I? Oh yeah, like this video. Subscribe to this channel, please. Try some date spreads and enjoy living your happiest, healthiest, best life. If you want to go on Shark Tank, just go to their website, send in an application. You never know. Never really know. Let you put yourself out there, right? All right, bye guys. Thanks for everything. Love ya.